hello. Yay! Here we go. Hello and welcome once again to Valery North Football Manager. Yeah, so technical issues to start with. Great fun always. I am, of course, sarcastic there. But yeah, we're underway. And yeah, nothing much else to say about that. Let's think. What's happening in real life? There is a jobs fair at the job centre tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be having to finish up a little bit early so I can get enough sleep to try to impress the people trying to hire me. That's that. Oh gosh, what else? Various pride stuff. I've been writing to my MP about all the trans rights issues, and very pleased with the debate that the House of Commons had about self-identification for trans people, or for anyone who wants to self-identify gender, I guess. With lots of MPs referencing the letters that their constituents have sent them. So, yeah, if you are out there and listening to this and want to help support trans rights, write to your MP. You're British, obviously, but write to your elected officials. It does help. And I'm hearing the same thing from friends in the USA and so on, that your elected officials notice these things when they get lots of stuff. So yeah, that's the campaign stuff. And real life. Where are we in the game? We had a win and a draw last time, and I cunningly finished early to make sure we didn't get a defeat, as was the pattern the previous couple of streams. And looking ahead, we have got Dover for 23rd. We've got Gateshead, who are already romping away at the top of the table and are first. And then we've got one of the teams that are within a point of us in the chase for the playoff spots. So if we get through all those three matches, we might again have a win, a loss, and a draw, but possibly not in that order. It is possible that we are going to lose the match against Dover. The reason for this is that I've been looking ahead towards the start of the stream. I have rejigged the starting lineup to allow some of the less favoured players to get a chance in the start lineup, especially those that I've made promises to that they will get some playing time. So they will get some playing time. And if we lose, it's going to be their fault, and they're not going to get much after that. But I have faith in them. They wouldn't be in my squad if I didn't believe that they had what it takes. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. Yep, here's the rejigged team. Jake Morris, I'm trying to persuade him to stay with us instead of accepting a deal with someone else, because I just really like the guy, frankly. He got a Mohican for a start, which is cool. He's only 18 years old, so he's got a fine future ahead of him. I'm gonna see if he wants to stay after playing. Kenroy Kelly, we've got given him a promise that he'll get more playing time, and I think he deserves it. He's an international player, for heaven's sake, for St Kitts and Nevis, which possibly not a world powerhouse still. Who else was there? Robbie Carrington wants playing time, and Abdikhani Mohammed. Well, we want him to play. We're going to see how tired Bradley McLaughlin and Stuart Smith are when we get to match day. They're showing a little bit of tiredness right now, as is Abdikhani Mohammed. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. So, without further ado, continue with the time calendar, I guess. Right. International stuff. Head over scouting report. The goalkeepers are good at handling the ball and coming off their line. So the goalkeeper is good. Okay. But he's not got good reflexes. Don't have acceleration, which I tend to focus on. I reckon we can just outrun these guys. That'll be very good. Okay. Recruitment focus. Sure, that's all fine. Under 18s. A heavy defeat against Harrogate. Oh dear. Joby Renix. An appalling performance there. Yes, some quite poor playing all round there, it looks like. Well, they're young. They will learn. What have we got? Jets. Don't know what that is. Anyway, over opposition report. Kevin Gray, good defending. Good at set piece. Got some from midfield. 80 forward. Yeah, well, I mean, that makes them sound really good. But they're clearly not, because they're 23rd in the table. I don't know what's going on there. Jake Morris has decided to stay with us. Good lad. Going against. We've got match preparation. Yeah, lovely. I am not going to make those changes because I'm rotating the squad. Have a look. How tired are people? Tired at all? But yeah, I think we're going to be fine with my selected lineup. Newly promoted Dover Athletic are slight underdogs. What should prove a tightly contested affair. Boston have been playing above all expectations. Fast start to the campaign has seen emerge as one of the early feel-good stories. Oh, nice. We're a feel-good story. Yay! Dover are yet to win at home in the league this season. Right. Fingers crossed we're not going to be there first. Under 18s dash, that's fine. Available for players. Afalabi is not going to be available because he's in the first team. So those guys, so that's all fine. On. Get to go and speak to Ryan and Kurt. Let's do that. Ryan Collett and Kurt Jones. Kurt Jones gets to start first again. He's been having a run of that. Seems. But I don't know. Maybe Eliza likes him. Okay, Kat, talk to me. Dover are currently 23rd. Do you think there's a chance they could take all the points at Crabble Athletic Ground on Saturday? Um, I think we have an excellent chance here, Kurt. Ryan Collett, Robbie Carrington, as you're well aware, has physical attributes rarely seen in other players. How much does that help you in the way you set up your team? I think he's a manager's dream, Ryan, and I'm looking forward to using him in as many different ways as possible. McLaughlin's unique set of skills can make the difference against Dover. Yeah, he's a solid choice for this kind of game, Ryan. He makes my job easy when it comes to choosing the team. Turns. Steve Bates has a reputation for favouring a very patient possession game. Over the side. What are your thoughts on his style and how will you counter it? Well, Steve knows what he's doing, Kurt, I think. So we won't be complacent. I'm going to have to be smart in our approach if we're going to win. Do you have any worries about going up against a team of the calibre of Steve Bates Dover? We have no need to fear anyone, Kurt. Least of all Dover. We have enough quality to match up well against any team. Eliza says that's all we've got time for. So goodbye, Ryan. Goodbye, Kurt. I look forward to seeing you after the match. Battle. I didn't say that. That's not what I said at all. Interesting words. Says I have been speaking highly of their playing style. I don't think I spoke highly. I just said he knows what he's doing. Anyway, he says thinks his players are the one who deserve the praise. Well, I don't think they do because you're 23rd in the table. But anyway, let's go and say some nice things to Paul Martin and Stuart Smith. Well done in training, Paul. And Stuart, you too. Well done training. Let's give Tom Bunt words as well. Okay. Neville Parker. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really. You're right. I've not been good enough, but I'll improve. Good. You do that. Okay. And I think I'll have a word with Chris Williams as well, because he's in and around the conversation for starting spots, certainly for substitute spots. I think we're going to have to say, says that's my fault. Great. I'm glad you understand, Chris. Working hard. There we go. Up against Overworth. Hold on to our playoff spot. For our national preview, fans anticipate rivalry. Barnet versus Stevenage. Ooh. Sunday. Relegated Morecambe. A cash-strapped Yeovil. Under 18's got a win. Them. One win. Ashan Thurland scoring from the defensive. And Azzy Iland doing his bit. Good. Okay. Straight off to the tactical meeting. Not going to board that I've set up for this match. We'll do the opposite. Your lower line of engagement on the tackling because it's strong and resilient. That's do. Yeah, wing back favors. Smith is full back. So leave that as is. Or even a fielder position. Do that. Central field attack. Yeah, that feels good. Very happy there. So we'll leave everything as is now. Team. Jones and Jake Morris are lacking that sharpness and match. Fine. Bradley McLaughlin is deputising as captain for the game. I think that's a very sensible choice because he's an experienced player, knows what he's doing. Chris Williams is confused and upset about being left out. Well, just normal squad rotation, Chris. You'll be fine. You'll be back in the next game, I'm sure. Up. Or press Owen Jones. That. That area of the pitch doesn't make sense, says Romari Speak. Again, we don't know which Smith talking about. There are 3 in the starting lineup. Aston Chadwick. Kelly is a really good fit for the way we play. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Okay, lads, go out and put on a show. Defenders, I have faith in you. Fielders, I trust you. Attackers, quality finishing. Not had a huge effect on most of the team this time. Okay. Well. Okay. Is Fraser kicking off for Dover. It's back with Murphy. Murphy to Doherty. Coming forward for Fraser and King now. Out to the left. Here's Owen Jones. Tries to get it through. McLaughlin gets that clear. Anderson loses it. Tackled by McGregor. And McGregor is fouled by Jones. So that's an early free kick for Boston. Here's Anderson with the free kick for Dover. Paul Smith punches that away. Here's Fraser looking for space. There's Gray in the box. Doherty with the shot. And Paul Smith again gathers. Quite a lot of pressure from Dover so far. Hamid is booked. Anderson with the free kick. Sam Smith gets that away. No, Stuart Smith, sorry. Here's Murphy now. Doherty. Murphy again, all the way back to Lewis in the Dover goal. Very patient build-up here. Porter out to Reed on the right. Owen Jones can't get it past his man, so here's McLaughlin coming back for Boston. Morris offside, apparently. Corner, goal kick. Not much really happening. free kick. We are giving away free kicks, even though we eased off on the tackling. Okay, McLaughlin puts the ball behind. Here's Owen Jones to take the corner for Dover. Near post. And the refs pointed to the penalty spot. He spotted a foul by McLaughlin there. Apparently not a serious one, though. Fraser sends Paul Smith the wrong way. And that is Dover 1, Boston 0. We are going to need to rack things up a bit here. We're going very attacking now. That is 1-0 to Dover at half-time. Not a great performance. Lads. Not going to win if we don't shoot. Been really disappointing to watch. Come on, sort yourselves out. And I think I'm just going to leave it there with the motivation and inspiration. Do I want to make any changes? I do. Comedy's on a yellow already. Not happy about that. Put Louis Marsh in instead. I don't think I want to make any other changes at this point. Louis Marsh. He's already motivated. At the second half then. Carrington kicks off for Boston. Is Afolabi, gets it forward, looking for Carrington, but there's too much weight on that. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Here's Stuart Smith with the throw. Afolabi looking for space. McGregor in the box loses it to King. Here's Carrington, Porter. Anderson with the shot. Reed into the box. Paul Smith saves. But it's a corner kick. Here's Owen Jones taking it. Near post, it's headed away and nothing comes of that move. Bradley McLaughlin come off. I think we are going to have to do that. Okay, Alex James is on then. King with the throw. Plays it for Owen Jones. It's headed away. Here's Porter. Gets past Sam Jones. But the shot was off target. Anderson with the free kick for Dover. That's gone wide and it's a goal kick. There's Sam Jones with the throw. Afolabi. McGregor finds Marsh. Afolabi again with the shot. Just off target. Goal kick. Okay, Sam Jones with the corner. And it's in! Who's that? Kenroy Kelly scores! Whoa! That was unbelievable. It was a powerful header, wasn't it? There he goes. He leaps above everyone. Lewis, the Dover goalkeeper, just went horizontal there, like Superman or something. And completely missed the ball, making that an easy header. Here's King with the throw for Dover now. Crossed. Afolabi trying to get it away. Nightingale comes back into the box, finds Fraser, who puts it past Paul Smith, and that is 2-1. That's not great. Let's Reed with the header. Afolabi taps it away, but Nightingale moves into space, grabs it, cuts the ball back. Fraser is right there in front of the defenders and the goalkeeper. And, yeah, not much done once it got in that position. But, yeah, that's bad defending again. Stuart Smith is going to have to play on. Nobody really to take his place. Jake Morris is going to have to come out and put Martin Scott in and hope things turn out better. When we do that, Martin Scott, yeah. Fine. Team talk. There's not a lot of time left, but I trust you to make an impact, Martin. Opposed, okay. Magician coming. Sam Jones with the throw. Bruce Smith. Comes back to James. James gets it forward. It's headed back. Lots of ping pong there. Just Fraser, King. Out to Anderson on the left. Through for Porter. Reed into the box. But he hasn't got space, and Paul Smith manages to deal with that. Here's Price with the corner. Headed away. Here's Anderson. Do that. And that. Doherty with the free kick. Sam Jones gathers. Afalabi working the counter-attack. Afalabi. Wayward pass. Murphy steals it. And here's Reed coming down the right again with the cross. Kelly heads that away. Headed on further, but King gathers for Dover. There's Price. Livermore working his way into the box. Reed with the shot from outside. Away. James. Gregor again. Stuart Smith gets that forward for Carrington. Carrington with the cross. Here's Scott. Back for Sam Jones. Can't get his pass past Livermore. And the counter-attack again. Reed with the shot. And it's Smith with the save for another corner. Price, corner, it's come out for Livermore. Livermore crosses. Sam Smith gets that away. Stuart Smith, sorry. There's Scott. Running out of time here. Scott finds Afalabi, but the ball runs on for Murphy. Gather instead. Session has not been great here. Okay, Sam Jones with the throw. With the cross. And Robbie Carrington gets in there to finish and equalise 2-2. Ooh. Okay, Sam Jones with the throw. Afalabi plays it back to him. Sam Jones crosses. Marsh is there, but Carrington runs in, leaps, and heads it back across goal and across the keeper for an equaliser. Here's Price into the box. Stuart Smith puts it out for a corner. Price is going to take the corner for Dover. Taking his time over this. Plays it short. Here's Afalabi. Gets that away only as far as Reed. Reed coming back on the counter. There's Porter being heavily marked. Stuart Smith gets that away in the end. Here's Scott on the counter-attack. Carrington into the box with a shot. And it's over the bar. Nightingale with the free kick. And that is the final kick of the match. The match finishes Dover 2, Boston 2. Not a great result for us, but I think it was worth it for giving some of the other players a chance to go out there, but not satisfactory. Didn't like it. That's got some good reactions though, so finish things up there. Peter Oakley, that is absolutely massive. I know it's only a draw, but an equaliser as late as that will feel like a win for the players. There's Peter Oakley in the press. Philip Ryder. How have we managed to draw there? Dover will be absolutely kicking themselves. Amazing turnaround. But Isla Tal says, in my opinion, a match being that entertaining just means too many mistakes are being made. I agree with Isla. And Gareth Abu says, nothing like a late goal to rescue a game. Still feel the adrenaline pumping. Well, honestly, I think we had a let off. We weren't at our best there. Admittedly, it wasn't a first team selection, but yeah, I think we should have done better. So did the draw. Let's go and talk to the press about this. That could be very interesting. What Kurt and Ryan have to say. Kurt Jones, Ryan Collett, and Kurt Jones again gets to ask first. Eliza, give Ryan a turn. Anyway, Kurt. Robbie Carrington was the saviour for your side there, grabbing a dramatic late equaliser. Must have been a massive relief for you to see that one go in. Football is all about moments like that, Kurt. It was something special. Just how damaging was it for your team to concede on the brink of half-time like that? Honestly, Kurt, quite disappointing. I felt we'd edged that first half. You're all surprised to see Roy Kelly pop up with a goal. You must have been too. Yeah, Ken Roy will be taking a bit of good-natured ribbing around the club for a rare goal. It's testament to the kind of person he is, though, that he'll take both that and the goal completely in his stride. He's a good lad. And call it, you can't have faced many better opposition performances than Dylan Fraser's. Honestly, Ryan, I think we flattered him a little bit with our performance. With Ross Balfour spotted watching Ryan McGregor today, would you consider selling to Forfar? Well, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, Ryan. You can all refuse to rule it out if you want. Ryan Collins again. Boston have scored a high proportion of their goals originating from crosses this season. Can you offer any insight as to why it's proven to be such an effective means of scoring? Well, I think, honestly, it's a fundamental part of our game plan right now. Put crosses into the box to our forward players. The team has been built to succeed this way, and it's exceptionally pleasing that it's doing so. That's all we've got time for, says Eliza. So thank you once again, Kurt and Ryan. I will see you for the next match. Ross Balfour, Forfar boss. Tabs on Ryan McGregor. Okay. So we've clung on to a playoff spot. We're now 6th in the table. Could have been a lot worse. Gateshead have got another win under their belt. 4 points clear at the top. So got a big match coming up, basically. Gonna need all my best players. So let's just use that lineup now. And we'll just go on our average rating. So Matt McKenna, to the left. I'm going to go with Tom Bunce. He's got a good rating. Rated as highly on his last 5 games, ahead of the other 2. So might as well. I'm check best pressing forward. So we'll own like own response. It, what is it called? My brain. A personalized instruction. That's it. Go and be an attacking, pressing forward. I think will work well. Who works best? Woodhouse or Carrington? Either. Carrington better finishing. No, they're equal on finish. Woodhouse has the better first touch. Better with. I think we're going to have Neil Woodhouse for the start on this then. Carrington is obviously on the bench. Henroy has done well. I don't think he is actually a starting choice here, though. Going to be on the bench for this one. Do this by position now. Done strikers. Do wingers. We've got our left-sided winger. Hamid and Marsh. This one, I think I've got to go with Louis Marsh. I'll put Abdikhani Mohammed on the bench. Cover a lot of positions. Scott on the also can cover a lot of positions. Then we central midfield. Ryan McGregor must have one. And Mourinho again, I think, is just an important player who's got the abilities that we need. This, right? Playing. Okay, defenders. Right. I mean, got to be Stuart Smith. Left. Got quite a lot of choices. Not going to be Neville Parker after what he. Going to be Mark Jacobs. Got more playing time. And give Sam Jones a chance to cover time. And in the centre, Alex James is definite. You like to be on preference. And I think I want Bradley there as well. Bradley likes being left. Right. And Kelly on the bench. So I think we're going to leave it at that for now. Filters. Yeah. Progress. Social media feed. What we got? Alexander. 19-year-old striker Jake Wallace is known. That's not true. Well, any. Okay. Seb Betts in the press says he's surprised that Morris rejected Cray. Fans don't have a lot of sensible things to say there. Olivia Ironton says James starts or we protest. Well, James didn't start. I guess they protested. Notice it. Gabe Tikio. I don't want to see Williams starting. Well, he's going to get his starts every so often. Not for that match. These. That is. Gracie Cummings' formation makes us a more potent attacking threat. I like to think. Oh, wait. Yes, that is us. Got Cambridge versus Bradford. Cambridge winning 3-1. Okay. So that's two teams that I support there. Okay. All of that already. So let's move on. Delighted with that goal. I was more relieved than delighted, I think I have to say. What do you make of Ross Balfour's latest comments concerning Ryan McGregor? Don't know what his comments are. There probably is. I just don't know my way around this game as well as I should do. Press conference. There we go. Alpha remains coy on McGregor talk. Says he's a good player, one many managers would love to have in their team. Any talk of a transfer deal is premature, however. Okay. So, what do you make of latest comments concerning McGregor? I'll wait for their call. I'm not interested in selling my players right now, but I'm always happy to talk. Go Kurt. That goes. North, awaiting call on McGregor. That is exactly what I said. Post-match analysis. Worse than our opponents at creating opportunities. Wow, yeah, we were. The expected goal values are shockingly good passing. You're under pressure for a lot of the match. I mean, I thought we could absorb the pressure. I seem to have been wrong, to be fair. We also did some passing. Now we from inside penalty area. Fair enough. Like to do. Stevenage. On it, get the bragging rights. Rivalry there. scouting finished. Basket. And tell Avery and work rate. Okay, keep scouting. Gateshead scouting report. Goalkeepers communicate well. They're not very eccentric. Not good at handling. They will tend to punch rather than catch the ball. That could give us opportunities. Okay. Shortlist. Further. Josh Bostock. Probably doesn't add much. There's a possibility. Yeah, get some more information. I mean, we've got plenty of forwards right now. Balancing then their desire to start is the problem, so not interested. Help to us. Robertson. Website. I've got room in the wage budget. Already on my shortlist. I'm going to offer him a trial. Fee. Quite good. Again. Let's get a bit more information. Robertson has accepted the trial offer. Good look at him and see if we want to sign him. Potential. Actually, we're not going to sign him yet. We'll have a look later. Quite young, so he will fit in well with being someone for the future. Look. And Ryan Collett wants to know if we're going to sign him. Says George Robertson joining the club on trial. Many people will want to know what the chances are of him earning a permanent stay at the stadium. Well, I think it's up to him, honestly, Ryan. We know how good he can be on his day, and he knows there's a contract possible if he impresses. So have a look. Go, Ryan. And it come from behind. Oh, they came behind to win. Training schedule, that's all fine. I could sign him. So we're going to get all our best feedback that we can, and now we've got our weekly staff meeting. So Scott England, Ryan Mitchell, Gary Campbell, and Luke Wilshaw have things to say. Ball control training for Ryan McGregor for his first touch, dribbling, and technique. Good idea. Tom Bunce with passing training. Do that. Lee Marsh is grumbling about his training plan. Well, tough. Matt McGregor is benefiting from his training. Chris Williams and Alex James. I have very good club atmosphere, very good manager support. Here, Lewis Smith has been developing recently and could become just as good, or if not better, than Robbie Carrington. Oh, rivalry going on there. And I still don't want a director of football, so let's pass on that. What else to say? Up. The top leagues around the world. Fine. Got Kenroy Kelly and a spot in the team of the week. How? Their targets and updates. Feels happy at the moment with the promises. Andy Knight. His agent is rather awestruck by me. Wants to go first. Getting it at the moment. Look how he measures up against rivals. Playing spots. Sports. Obvious. Eh? George Robertson coming in, starting to look like a good choice. Got the pace. Right. Say. Still a maybe at this point. But Andy Knight. Fair amount of competition there. Might get some action though. Some games. Let's discuss it with Andy then. Hey Andy. I've heard a few things around the place saying you've got some concerns. Can I help you? Startup. Should be. Can we sort this out amicably? Captions are doing there. Right. I'll play you in the cups, Andy. I have to impress. Get any more than that right now. Just like a chance to show what I can do. Okay. Look, can you accept being used as a squad player? Yes, agreed to that change. That's good. I still have to give him some rotation. Squad, I guess. Won't be for this match. Oh, Gateshead have York. Okay. So they're going to have some tired players when they come up against us, hopefully. Wow. And they got beaten. York have beaten Gateshead 4-3. Wow, look at that. York took a 2-0 lead. No, yes, 2-0 lead. Gateshead scored one, and York scored one straight it back to make it 3-1. Gateshead made it 3-2. York scored to make it 4-2. Then deep in stoppage time, Andy Baker scored for Gateshead from the penalty spot. Wow, what a match that was. But yeah, like Gateshead might be properly roughed up for us. I feel an opportunity here. Social feed first. Tyler for Robertson. And say Vincent Fox says yes, great news. Kenny Mason wouldn't be the worst decision. Julian Fernie says pretty annoyed. Okay. And Luca Di Fabio in the press says Boston United only too pleased to take George Robertson on trial. Shoots them down to the ground. Indeed. Stoker is, I might have bookmarked him for something. That is various waffle. Fox. Cracker at Gateshead International Stadium. I just worked out what happened from the feed earlier, so we won't bother with that one. Ashley McFarlane, Player of the Week. York. Kenner has not adapted his game. Make runs in behind. Oh well. FA Cup matches. The qualifying round, I guess. Yes, second qualifying round replay. No. Wow, that's a lot of replays. Various results there. Focus. Really getting any recommendations for lots of these. But then we're not really looking to sign most of them. You know, more about George Robertson. Bit. And bravery and his positioning are looking really good. Not that great on teamwork, which I'm concerned about. Heading, his marking, and his tackling are very good. All of them. What I want. Attributes. Quite low on acceleration. Pace compared to my guys. But it's right up there on tackling. Andy Knight and Bradley McLaughlin. Those guys. Wrong as well. His marking, well, he's better than any guy we've got on marking. And only Bradley McLaughlin actually beats him on heading. Look at what we got. reports say now. It's very similar. If he will also accept being a squad player, worth signing him. Otherwise, probably not. Contract. Squad player, he's okay with that. Good. Promises and negotiate a contract. 50 instead. He's accepted at 775. That's fair enough. Deal. Exit talks. Okay, I think that is going to strengthen our depth. Going to need to tell defender at some point. Just on the basis of keeping everyone happy. But I think that'll do. Yeah, they're good at defending from midfield and good defender. Their attacking forward is good. They're really good at attacking. They've got a defender who's good at assisting. And Nathan Rowe says Gateshead will be tough to beat. Really? You think? The top of the table, Mark. I already worked this out, but I think we've got a reasonable chance now. Let's look at how the squad is doing. Selection O. Selected. Everybody's in fine fettle. Top condition. This is a very big squad. You do need to tell somebody. Sam Jones is back to strength. So it's going to be Sam instead of Mark Jacobs. Gotta be. I think that's the only change I'm making. Yeah, okay. Done. Box, I'm not making those changes. United face Gateshead. Part-timers Boston United go into this game as slight underdogs, even though they have home advantage over Gateshead, according to 90minute.com. Boston have been playing above all expectations so far this season, find themselves 7th place in the Vanarama National. They've won 3 of their last 5 home league games. Following Gateshead's 4-3 defeat against York, they're still first in the table. They've won 4 of their last 5 away games. And they were expected to finish squarely in mid-table. George Robertson is unavailable for selection. Of course, he's only a trial player. While Gateshead will definitely be without Zach Hugill. Has a twisted ankle. Okay. And we've got Kurt and Ryan once again. Let's go and talk to them. Hello, Kurt. Hello, Ryan. Eliza, taking my advice, he's picked Ryan Collett to ask first. All right, Ryan, what have you got for me? Following their defeat against York, Bailey's side are currently first. Are you perhaps wary of coming unstuck against the Gateshead side playing so well of late? Well, we respect them enormously, and it's going to be a really hard match, with both teams going for the win. It's Header next up for your side. Will you adopt an attacking approach from the start? Yes. Of course. We will go out and attack from the kickoff. Lewis Smith's recent arrival have had a positive impact on squad morale. Everyone seeming happier and more together since he signed. Speak a little about that. Yeah, he's been a real breath of fresh air around the place, a real asset, and has made us better as a team in his short time here. Kurt Jones didn't really get a word in edgeways. I think Eliza was trying to balance it out from her favouritism earlier. Good work, Eliza. Thank you. I did say we would attack from the kickoff. We've given plenty of positive feedback recently. I've spoken to Abdikhani Mohammed enough times. Just going to leave that for now. Well, coming to an end, we have offered him a contract. Scott England recommends offering him a contract, so it's just as well that we have. Go to the tactical meeting. Not making those changes. We do want the instructions always. We'll hit early crosses. And go on from there. Yep, this is the team I'm going with. So we'll submit that team. Sam Jones, Brinia, and Tom Bunce are lacking sharpness. So they'll be fine. Boldened. There's Matt Kenner, pleased to be back in the team. Pleased, encouraged, roused, very happy. Positive feedback from the players. Nicholas Modeste says, you love to see it. I don't know what loves to see, but Victor Dolan is pleased to see McLaughlin starting. Looks so at home in this set. Does. Done very well for us so far. Okay, hands on hips. Important that we make full use of home advantage. Let's go out there and get a result. Defenders, I have faith in you. Midfielders, I trust you. Attackers, score some goals. That looks like a pretty good reaction. We're ready for kickoff. Broadhurst kicks off for Gateshead. Joyce back to Fletcher. Fletcher to Swan. Look of his options, apparently. Gateshead with the corner. Here's David Langstaff. It's headed away. Hunt with the shot. And that has somehow bobbled all the way through the legs. And in the end, it came off Paul Smith, I think. David Langstaff. Catley tries to head it. Sam Jones heads it down, but Hunt is there. Goes all the way through. Comes off Paul Smith's back leg. And that is 1-0 to Gateshead. Goal kick. Here's David Langstaff with the free kick. It comes off the wall. It's away. Here's Barina gathering. We need so there are enough players back when we have an attacking set piece. Avoid being break. I think we're fine. I suppose for a Gateshead free kick. Is David Langstaff with the free kick. Rocken heads that away, only as far as Fletcher. Is Cately back to Baker. Baker looks for Joyce. Joyce with the shot. And it's over the bar. A Swan with the throw near the corner flag. Devitt Langstaff. But it's lost. Here's McGregor. Bunts. McKenna loses it to Fletcher. And Gill coming back the other way. Here's Woodhouse. McGregor. Burinia. McKenna coming forwards. With the cross. All the way through for Marsh. And the shot is into the side netting. Once tackling poorly, so we're gonna stop getting stuck in. Confirm changes. I was thinking that might be necessary already. Okay, here's Swan with the throw. It's Hunt. Devitt Langstaff into the box. Paul Smith deflect it behind, and that's a corner. Devitt Langstaff to take it for Gateshead. It's headed away only as far as Hunt. It's nil. Could have been worse. But I want a much better display in the second half. Defenders, keep going. You know you have the ability. Midfielders, not happy with your playmaking. That, I think, has had the desired effect on their motivation. Let's go and have a look at the squad. Nobody's tired. Bradley isn't playing that well. Tom Bunce is the weak spot there. He is motivated right now. I'm going to give him a bit of a chance. Give him 10, 15 minutes the second half, I think. Then make a change. Woodhouse with the kickoff. Here's McKenna. McKenna fouled by Devitt Langstaff. It's out for a goal kick. Here's Sam Jones with the throw. McLaughlin. James for Smith. Stuart Smith. McGregor into the box, and he can't get it past Matthews. But that is a corner kick for Boston now. Here's Sam Jones. The far post. Oh, the header is behind, and it's a goal kick. Paul Smith with the goal kick for Boston now. Headed on for Woodhouse. Woodhouse through on goal, but he's offside. Gill takes the kick off. Here's Fletcher. Joyce back to Gill. And it's Hunt. Stuart Smith steals it. Woodhouse through on goal. Takes the shot, and it's deflected behind by Matthews again. Corner kick. Here's Sam Jones. Far post, and Matthews is there to jump and grab that. Right, I think it is time to bring off Tom Bunce. He's not playing well enough. Put Robbie Carrington in. And swap these guys round. No, I think... No, yeah, we are going to do that. Swap them. See if that makes a difference. Nobody's looking tired. I think that might be all we need. Oh, Alex James on a yellow. Gonna bring him off. Kenroy in instead. Just you to make the difference, Kenroy. Make me proud. Protect him. Go. Here's Sam Jones with the throw. Here's Stuart Smith. It's deflected away. Here's Devitt Langstaff coming on the counter-attack now. On the right-hand side. He fires that all the way through for Hobson. There's Joyce. But it's a corner kick in the end. Devitt Langstaff to the near post. Carrington heads that away. Mourinho gets that forwards. Here's Woodhouse. He's been a very busy man. Here's McLaughlin. It's Sam Jones. Lachlan again. Kelly. Finds McGregor. Marsh. Carrington. Stuart Smith for Marsh. Cuts it back. Woohoo! Ryan McGregor with the equaliser. Marsh plays it for Carrington. Carrington taps it back. It goes through Hobson's legs to Stuart Smith. Marsh gets to the byline and cuts it back for McGregor right in front of Matthews for a perfect poacher's goal. You love to see it. There's Paitley, Gill, Robson to Joyce. Stuart Smith racing with David Langstaff. Langstaff won it. He gets the cross, but Paul Smith jumps and grabs the cross, so nothing comes of that. McGregor trying to find Mourinho, but he's lost possession. Hunt, Joyce, David Langstaff into the box. Here's Joyce again with the shot, and it's behind. Twice earlier. Yet to do. Oh well, we'll leave it. Forwards, corner. McGregor from knock. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I think it does have to be Mohammed. Not ideal for that position, but he can play, and we'll do it. That is all our substitutions used now. Okay, make an impact in the little time we have. Pleased and motivated. Let's see. From substitution, play on. Is McCarthy with a free kick. It comes off the wall, and that's going to be a corner kick. McCarthy taking it for Gateshead. Plays it to Hunt on the edge of the box. His shot. Robson offside, blocking the keeper's view. Well, is Stuart Smith with the throw. Marsh taps it on for Carrington. Plays it back to Stuart. Stuart into the box. Sam Jones with the shot! Whoa! How fabulous was that? Here's Stuart Smith. Trying to get past his man. Plays it off his man. It bounces back for Sam Jones. Sam Jones takes the shot. More of a hopeful shot you have to consider. Broadhurst kicks off, and there's Cately and Fletcher on the counter-attack. Boston are 2-1 ahead, though. How about that? Here's Joyce. Hunt into the box, takes the shot, and that's the equaliser. 2-2. Wow, we've got 6 minutes of stoppage time. Come on, lads. Let's go all out for the final 6 minutes of this game. Here's Hunt with the shot from the edge of the box. Paul Smith dives, but can't quite reach it. There we go. It's a corner kick. It's out of play for a goal kick. Another corner kick. Here's Marsh with the corner kick to the far post. Kelly heads it on, and it's just over the bar. Here's Swan with the throw. Hunt. Paul Smith punches that away. And Broadhurst was in an offside position anyway. And that is the final action of the game. It finishes 2-2. And honestly, I think we did quite well to get a draw against them. I just realised we've had 2-2 draws so far. That feels like a really good place to finish. But we'll do the rest of this now. All right, lads. That was just one of those days. I have sympathy. Works for everyone. Continue. Fans' reactions. Alex Baker. Real kick in the teeth, conceding an equaliser that late. Gutted. Pauline Galbraith. The Gateshead have absolutely robbed us at the end there. How have we not won that? Esme Broughton. bad match. Everyone has gone a bit OTT about it, in my humble opinion. Well, yes, I don't think your opinion is that humble at all. You're a complete fictional character, so you don't really have emotions such as fullness. Anyway, we have dropped out of the playoff spots with that draw. Not ideal, but they're still in shooting distance. And who have we got next? Remember, one of these teams that's around us, though, so I reckon we've got a good chance. Social media. Ratcliffe could be heading to Boston on loan. No, he couldn't. We've not got any interest in him whatsoever. Robertson offer. Dolby, if his performance scares off the competition, that's good news for us. Kofi Stoker, yeah, about his recent performances. Amelia Garrity says, recent performances hardly inspire confidence. Well, all of that is fair, but at the same time, I think I can bring out the best in him. So, yeah. Hamid Towns, I don't want Gregor starting. Well, you're wrong. Alex Redford Smith starts or we protest. Started 2 Smiths. Is that enough Smiths for you, or did you protest? Victor Dolan, pleased to see McLaughlin starting. Yeah, we've done that one. Andros Pollard, this tactical approach guarantees entertainment. Indeed. Well, there's clearly encouraging good passing, and this information seems time to produce that. Indeed. Ooh. Bradford City beat FC Wimbledon. That's C. Sorry, Brighton lose to 9-man Millwall. Wow. Is sorry. New Brighton boss shows transfer guile. Orson sacked by Southend. Rivals in the league, so that's fine. Got sacked by Stevenage. Gregor struck by injury. No. Those one. Sam Jones's goal drew the biggest cheer of the day. I bet it did, Stephen McCabe in the press. Honours even. Gateshead had their midfield to thank on a fine summer's afternoon. They showed their strikers how to finish. In late September, wouldn't call that summer, not really. That's more autumn. Anyway, things did not get off to a good start for Boston United as young attacking midfielder David Hunt, carefully, seized on an error by Tom Bunce, score of volley. Hunt's playmaker Ryan McGregor equalised for Boston in the 66th minute. Close range finish, which was timed impeccably. Fullback Sam Jones then put Boston United in front after 89 minutes with a fierce shot. The Boston United fans might have hoped that Jones had scored the winner, but it was not to be. With Boston United already beginning to celebrate, Hunt scored a well-struck effort in injury time to snatch the equaliser for Gateshead. Better late than never for Gateshead. There were scenes of wild celebration when Hunt struck to level the scores. Okay, Ryan McGregor injured. Twisted knee. He will be treated by the physios. Okay. Post-match press conference. Go and talk to Kurt, Ryan, and Alex Lang of BBC Newcastle. Okay. And Eliza's back to favouring Kurt again. So let's hit see what Kurt has to say. What does it hurt you? David Hunt had a great match, didn't he? Yeah, he was very good. Sometimes you just have to hold your hands up and admit there was nothing anyone could do against a player like that. Or something fun. But he scored twice, so good. Alex Lang, David Hunt's dramatic late equaliser must have been a real kick in the teeth. How will that moment affect the team? It will hurt, certainly, Alex, but they can take positives from today and grow as footballers. Kurt Jones, were you impressed with the goal David Hunt scored against your team today? It was a great goal, no denying that. And there are rumours that you are still in the market for another player. Do you think we will be bringing a new face in? I wouldn't expect any further activity, Ryan, not at this stage. After today's fine performance, will you be looking to tie Stuart Smith to the club on a more permanent basis? Much as I would like to, Ryan, I know Stuart's he's at a higher level than this. That's why he went to a League One side and agreed to be loaned back to us. Why do you think your team has one of the best attacking records in the league? Well, Ryan, ultimately, everything comes back to working hard to improve. I'm lucky to work with a group of players who really get it, and I love to see them reaping the rewards, frankly. What was your reaction to Kelly Dawson being sacked by Southend? I was very sorry to see her go, Ryan. We know managers don't get the time they deserve nowadays, and that was another harsh example of the business we're in. And Eliza says, thank you, everyone. That's all we've got time for. So thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Alex. It's lovely speaking to all three of you. Cracker at the community stadium. Oh, we were the best match of the round. That's nice to see. Okay. Very good. Platt was player of the week. Altrincham. Okay. And yeah, okay. Just about 9:30. And as I said at the beginning of the episode, I do have an early start tomorrow because job's fair. So we'll round things up here. Yeah. We've had a run of win, lose, draw, win, draw, and then we seemed to have broken the cycle at least, because this time we've had 2 draws, a draw against 23rd place and a draw against top of the table. I don't know what to say about that. And they were both 2-2 draws as well, which shows consistency. Yes, that's what we've got, consistency. And yeah, we've also brought in or hoping to bring in a player. We've offered a contract. Just give us a bit more depth at the defender position. Got one of our players in that depth wants a bit more playing time, which we'll try to give enough squad rotation. And all things considered, another really good episode, pretty good couple of matches for my team. We're still up there. We're in that conversation about the playoff spots. And 10 matches into the season, going quite well. So, on that note, I think it's time to say goodnight. Bye.